That wasn't a lucky play. That was just good football.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. First play, Mahomes looking to throw it. And right away, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Inside the 20. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. Burrow looking to pass. And it's caught. Touchdown. CeeDee Lamb. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Let's roll. Take it to the house. This is the calm before the storm, baby. Well, let's turn it up. Let's be perfect.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Mahomes now to throw. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's caught here by Adams.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now here's Mahomes. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Room here to run. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Here's Burrow. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Burrow's throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Caught, Kelce, left side. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. The quick slant caught.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Pollard looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Pollard again.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Tony Pollard
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Cowboys go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
What's the deal, y'all? All day, baby, all day, all day. Let's go. Get it now. Okay, let's go. Make plays, y'all. Make plays. Let's go do this thing, baby.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Another run here with Sanders. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively. And, Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive. And it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they followed him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A first down there on a pickup at 25.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. Working from the gun, Mahomes. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. It's a pickup of 6.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run with Sanders. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Second and goal from the 1. Once again with Sanders. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. Now Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Elliott is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you get the ball up, what's the first thing the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Taking it about the 1.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
And the Eagles are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes.
Crossing route and complete. He's got Pitts. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
1 second, all that remains.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
They go back to Pollard on second down.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And now they will throw it with Burrow. And his throw is incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Burrow. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Quick slant to Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Running right, here's Sanders. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the 44, Mahomes. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Mahomes to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Mahomes' throw taken in by Adams. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. It's caught by Sanders. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's Brian Anger now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Shifts by him. Good coverage there, holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Patrick Mahomes in the offense. Down by 11. A little under 1:50 remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance.
Mahomes. Into the hands of...
And he loses the football a 2nd time. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. 1st down.
Dallas offense set for this next drive.
And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only 1 timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Pollard again. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll run left with Pollard. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now a give here to Pollard. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd.
80 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Kind of a strange ballgame, Charles. We did not have a single point by either team after half. Really a defensive clinic by both sides in half number 2.
Wasn't that just beautiful to watch? Come on, man. Come over to the dark side with me. Wasn't that fun to see these defenses holding sway, right? Making sure they're controlling the game in the second half. It lets you know that you've got to score points when you can. You never know when offenses might go a little bit dry, and you need those points from earlier.
Folks, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the Hoppin' French Quarter at the Caesars Superdome.
Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara.
And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That one caught by Tyreek Hill.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
First down, here's the run with Cook.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They run again on first down, Cook, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 24, Mahomes.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7.
Lewis Seen
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Kamara up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and they capture him for a loss.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. Gets around him. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good size run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you've got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Again, it's Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. We're scoreless after 1. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From midfield, here's Mahomes.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be brought down just shy of 40.
And decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Mahomes now to throw. He gets this to Davante Adams.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Mahomes firing complete.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And again, it's Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal from just inside the 5. Cook is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Dalvin Cook, so good in the open field, but he's equally good down here near the goal line. He can find those seams and just push his way through. So he might get another chance or two to punch this one in.
They try again with Cook, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
First down. Here's Burrow. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And Burrow's saying, let's go, let's go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. He is going to find Hill here.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Again, it's Burrow. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Out route to Hill, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Burrow on 3rd down. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
And Burrow going to throw again. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Now Burrow. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now it's Burrow.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it's 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Burrow. His throw caught at about the 5. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Burrow will throw. Touchdown, Saints. Travis Kelce in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you get a brand new ball game. Lutz with the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us. This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
On second down, Cook. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's Cook again.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Caught on the right side by Adams.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes.
Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 2nd and goal, Mahomes, he's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Dalvin Cook, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Vikings have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Joseph connects on the extra point,
and that makes the score 14-7.
14, Saints 7.
This is your game, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go do this. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the 2nd half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
From the 29, Burrow, he gets it to Thomas. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
A 7-yard gain. And the Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here complete to Kelsey.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it, turn upfield, and pick up the 1st down.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Burrow, a quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. The offense on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing again, it's Burrow.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
To throw again on second down. Burrow throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hill. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
A give to Kamara running right. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes setting up the screen for Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen. Broke off his pass rush, and then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on. 82 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
Here's Hill on the return.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down 14-7. A minute 47 on the clock. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10.
Burrow.
It's complete. Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
both saying, let's go, let's go. Burrow. He's got his target. It's Olave. On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown. Chris Olave. 72 yards. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts and tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for two here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there? It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line.
Mahomes will throw.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Throwing, Burrow.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They run it again with Cook. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on 3rd down.
Third down. Here's a run by Cook.
Calling no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Tension building. Here's Greg Joseph. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This from long, very long range. Does he have the distance? He does. It's good. My goodness, he hits it from the parking lot as time expires. And it'll be a fun time in the Twin Cities tonight. The Vikings win it. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.